In my last bead crochet tutorial, I shared how to make these simple vintagey beaded necklaces. I wear these myself and I sold them in my craft booth for years, but this is the first time I'm sharing these designs anywhere. Today I'll show you how to take these necklaces one step further by adding these tiny little crocheted leaves and flowers. I really love these. The thin cotton thread makes such delicate little leaves. I think they're so pretty and unique. Personally, I really like to reflect nature in what I wear. As usual, see the description for links to the written blog post and complete pattern for sale in my shop. Okay, for this project you will need size 10 crochet cotton, a little crochet hook size 1 1/4 millimeters to maybe 2 millimeters, size 11 seed beads, and some size 6 seed beads. And then we'll use some focal beads, maybe in the 6 to 8 millimeter realm. I don't usually like to go bigger than that. Here I have a couple different ones mixed together, so I'm separating out these little leaf beads, which would be really cute with a flower motif. I'm going to be using the faceted round ones for this project. I'm going to make a 24-inch necklace, so I will use 12 focal beads. Double that, obviously, if you want to make the long 48-inch. You will also need some of these flexible wire beading needles. You can find them anywhere you buy beads, really. Because we have to string all of our beads ahead of time, it helps to plan out your design first. I'm using the same simple repeat I always use for these necklaces, but now I need to decide where I want to place my little leaves. Usually I replace one of my focal beads with a leaf, and then I alternate 1 and 2 leaves each time. This time I think I want to keep my focal beads the way they are and then replace every other spacer bead with a leaf instead. Then here I'm noting how many stitches I'm going to put in between each bead, which if you want more information about how I do the design, you can check out my last bead crochet video. So this time I won't be using those number 6 seed beads after all. Now, using that flexible wire needle, string the beads onto the thread in the order of your design. And you want to keep the thread on the spool, you're not going to cut it off. First, I'm going to show you the leaf and flower patterns in a large form so you can really see what's going on here. I'm going to chain 10 in between each of these things, so that's what I'm doing. But to start your leaf, chain 7. Now work a single crochet in the second chain from the hook, and then continue down the chain working a half double crochet, 2 double crochets, then half double and single again. Now turn to the other side of the chain and repeat those stitches in the back loop of the chain that you just worked. At the tip, single crochet into that first single that you worked and then chain 1. Now slip stitch down the center of the leaf, working into that initial chain we worked. End with one last slip stitch into the chain where we started. For a hanging leaf with a longer stem, start with 13 chains. When you get to the end, work 4 more slip stitches into the stem and then start your short leaf. To make the little flower, start with a chain 4. Slip stitch to make a loop, and into the loop work a single crochet, chain 2, double crochet and chain 2 again, and repeat that 5 times total. End with a slip stitch into the first single you worked and then into the next chain stitch. Now start to crochet your necklace following your design. For the bead chain stitches, pull the beads close to the hook and then work the stitch around them. Then work your leaves and flowers when you get to the right spot. I'm alternating 1 and 2 leaves for my necklace. When I'm finishing my leaf or flower at the main necklace chain, I always check the number of stitches between the beads and leaves before I continue on with the pattern. like to make sure my necklace is not twisted at all, but I am not sure that's absolutely necessary. Okay, you want to slip stitch into the first chain you worked and then into the next 5 chains. Then tie off and leave a good size end, like about 2 inches. Now just weave your ends into the chain by alternating the top and bottom loops, and that makes it look pretty much invisible. Then weave enough in so you can trim it off in the future if it comes loose a little bit, you know. You could also add a clasp to the ends, which I discussed in my previous video. I will link it so you can see a little more of the basics I discussed there as well. Ta-da! Now who the heck wears crochet cotton jewelry? Me, that's who. And now you too. You will love these, I swear. And this little series is not over yet. And I'll see you in the next one.